My greatest fear was always to have more potential than I can deliver. I studied law in Obafemi Awolowo University, and well, I never intended to practice law, but I needed a backup plan. Well, nobody knew that law was my backup plan. In fact, everybody thought that was what I actually wanted to do. Me, deep down, I knew that this law, I'm not sure. But what if comedy does not work? What then do I do? I put all of my life into my MCA, and I failed. When I say I failed, I mean that I failed. The first show I did, when we finished the show, the people that did the show attempted to collect their money back. I'm not joking. They paid me 7,000 for that show. I remember it was economics freshers party. It was so bad. So I felt extremely terrible. But I didn't back down. I kept going. Before the next 2 shows, I became better. That was even as an MC. As a stand-up comedian, it's a different ballgame. And this was my major problem. I kept thinking, okay, MC work, I sabi do yes, but do I really know how to make people laugh? Like, am I funny? So I started to perform stand-up at some events. My girlfriend was there. In fact, she brought like 4 other babes. And I started cracking. I started cracking. The first one, you know, enter. Crack the second one, you know, enter. Crack the third one, you know, enter. By the time I was about to crack the 4th one, the host, my friend now, the John Odeko, and Orajewole, that's why they did like this. Nah, thank you. You would expect that as they did like this, maybe everybody will scatter, clap as I'm going. Well, light, nobody clap. Nobody, oh my God. You see, the road of failure is a lonely one. It's a very lonely one because, in truth, nobody really gives two shits about you when you're failing. So it was a very lonely road for me. I remember that day, I could hardly sleep. I walked on my own out of that place. My babe did not even do like she saw me. It was crazy. This happened a couple of other times, like 2 or 3 other times. And I almost gave up. I think this was the point that I almost gave up. This was the point in time where I was done. I was just going to focus on my law and continue my law work. But there's this friend of mine, MCLIVELY. He was not having any of it. He kept pushing me. I can do this, blah, blah, blah. I didn't see what the guy saw in me. But the nigga kept pushing me. So late in 2015, I did a show of my own, Live and Laugh. It was my own show. So it wasn't like I was going to perform comedy in other people's show. And I did the show and it went really well. It was then I realized that I needed to tell my story in my comedy. I didn't need to tell stories like other people. You get one man, you get one other, because that was the model I was trying to adapt. I realized then that I needed to tell my own story. And that was the turning point. There are many, and I don't wish I didn't do it. In fact, I love that I did it because it's all a process. Life is a process. However, when I came of age, when I came out of secondary school, it was very necessary that I also had my own stuff. Like I needed my own money now, my own, to be doing fine boy. Because I didn't have Shingbai. So I think the first work I did then was I used to serve in parties. There's this woman that we used to work for then. We used to serve drinks in parties. We used to collect 500 naira, yes, per day. And I remember then that I was always so embarrassed when I go to parties and I see my colleagues, my mates from school, sitting, and I had to like serve drinks and stuff. It was extremely embarrassing. But man's needed money now, so it was no big deal for me. I did it. That was the first one I did. After that, I worked in a cement store. I think that's my most hectic job yet ever. It was crazy. I worked there for 1 month. It was crazy. I used to carry bags of cement. I was the only one in the workshop. So every time someone came to buy cement, I'm the one that would carry it. I used to carry, on an average per day, at least 10, 15 bags of cement at different points in time. and the bag of cement is really, really heavy. I was 17 then. Yeah, I think I was 17 or 16. After a month, I had to leave that job because my account did not complete and they removed it from my salary. And what I say, if they keep removing my salary like that, what am I going to earn? My salary was 4,000 and I lost one bag of cement. One bag of cement was 1,500. Out of 4,000, they removed 2,500. What is now remaining? The mom said I should not go to work again. After I left, I was even a jam lesson teacher for 5 years. Yes, I was a jam lesson teacher for 5 years. There was a time I even sold pure water in my hostel to get by. I was in 300 level then. I used to sell pure water to the entire hostel to get by. So I did a lot of things, quite a lot. But I understand that it was a building process. I understand that it was making me learn a lot about myself more. Those things taught me how to be a better man, how to be a better person, how to manage my temperament more. A lot of things. So I'm absolutely glad that I did all those menial jobs. You would not gain anything from giving up. If anything, it's going to add more pain, more sorrow to you and everyone who's around you. So, at the other side of fear is everything you ever wanted. I think that's the best advice that I can give anybody. At the other side of fear is everything you ever wanted. So whatever it is that you're scared of the most, I think that's what you should be doing. But we owe it to ourselves, we owe it to our generation to find that one thing that we know how to do well and we love to do. I think when you find something that you know how to do, but more importantly, that you love, no matter how the urge to give up is strong, when you love something genuinely, you stick by it, whether money is coming in or not. So find what you love to do. Make sure you know how to do it well and do it. You can't gain anything from giving up, absolutely not. Nothing.